Good morning, my viewers at home. Today we are looking at how to convert a number from base 10 to base 2. In the last video, we learned how to convert from binary numbers, which is base 2, to base 10. So today we are having a kind of reverse of that topic. Now let me start with a very small number. Taking for instance, number 1. I want to convert the number, let me use the number 11. Or no, let me use 13. Converting 13 from base 10 to base 2. From base 10 to base 2. Anytime you are moving from a number which is in base 10 to any other base, you divide that number by the base you are going to. Take for instance, I'm going from 13 base 10 to base 5. I will divide 13 by 5. If I'm going to base 7, I'm going to divide 13 by 7. But now I'm going to base 2. So make it that makes it very simple. I'm going to divide this 13 by 2 and I keep dividing until I get to 0. Now let's start. 13. I'm going to have my remainders here. And don't forget, I'm dividing it by the number 2. Now let's start. 13 divided by 2, that will be 6 times 6. That remains 0 because 2 times 6 gives us 12. Now again, I'm going to divide this 6 by 2. 6 divided by 2 gives us 3. But this time around, there's no remainder. So I'm going to put the number 0. Again, I will divide this 3 by 2. That will be 1, remainder 1. And the last time, 1 divided by 2 is not possible. So, which means I'm going to put 0 here, and the 1 will be standing at this point. But to write my final answer, 13 in base 10, I'm going to start writing my answers from the bottom going upwards. So that will be 1, 1, 0, and what? And 1 in base 2. So don't start writing the number by saying 1, 0, 1, 1. No. You start from the last number 1, 1, 0, and 1. So okay, and let me put an arrow here. So which means we are starting from the bottom, we are going to the top. Now we can always check if our answers are correct. Let me just check it with this little space. Let me check the answer. Sorry. To check. 1, 1, 0, and that's one beautiful thing about mathematics. You can always cross-check your answers to be sure you have the correct answer. Like we learned in our last video about converting from base 2 to base 10. My answer is already in base 2. So I'm going to use the very fast method to convert it back to base 10. By so doing, if I get my answer as 13, then I'm sure the answer I derive here is what is correct. So you start from the last number here, you write 1. 1 multiplied by 2 gives us 2. 2 multiplied by 2 gives us 4. 4 multiplied by 2 gives us 8. So let's assume I'm having another number here. That will be 8 multiplied by 2, and that will be 16. So all the numbers standing on 0 will be cancelled. It will be crossed out. All the numbers standing on 0. Unfortunately, we have only one number. So every other number here will be added together. So let's go. 8 plus 4 100% sure my answer here is what is correct. Now let's use a bigger number as our second example. 60, let me use 67 for instance. 67 from base 10 to base 2. Don't forget, anytime we talk about base 2, we're talking about binary. Now, I'm having my 67 here, and if I might ask, what number am I going to divide the 67 with? That should be 2. I'm going to have my column for the remainders. Now let's start. 67 divided by 2, that should be 33 with a remainder of 1. 2 is going to divide 33 again. That will be 16 remainder 1. 16 divided by 2, that will be 8. This time around we have no remainder. 8 divided by 2, that will be 4, of course, no remainder again. 4 divided by 2, that will give us 2, also no remainder. So let's extend this. Again, this 2 divided by 2, that will be 1 without remainder. And the last number, 1 divided by 2. Since we can't divide that 1 by 2, we're going to have 0 here. And we put the last number, we're going to put it here. And don't forget the logic. You write your answer from the bottom to the top. So therefore, 67 in base 10 will give us, starting from here, 1. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're having 1 in 2 places. Don't forget to always write your base. I prefer writing my base in words instead of writing it in figures, because in the process of writing the base in figure, you might have something like this. If it's too big, and it will be convincing. Do you get it? So to make it very clear without having any mix up, just write it in words. So this is my derived answer. So like I said, let me check if the answer I got here is right or not. I'm having 1, 0, 0 in 4 places, 1, 1. Like we did the other time, I'm going to start by counting from here. 1. The next number here will be 2. Next number here will be 4. That is, I will keep multiplying the number from 1 by 2. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. 8 multiplied by 2, 16. 16 multiplied by 2, 32. And 32 multiplied by 2 will give us 64. And don't forget, all the numbers standing on 0 will be crossed out, it will be cancelled. So 32 is gone, 16 is gone, 8 is gone, and 4 is gone. So we are left with 64 standing on 1. We are left with 2, and we are left with 1. So I'm going to add the 3 numbers together. 64 plus 2 plus 1. Of course, that gives us 67 in base 10. So with this, getting this number back, I'm 100% sure my answer is correct. So in our next video, we'll be looking at how to convert a number in one base to another base, taking for instance from base 2 to base 5, from base 5 to base 8. Thank you very much.